Hi everyone, welcome back to the On Planetarium. My name is Jim Gavio and I'm here now to talk about the January 2021 night sky. But you know, January in Erie can be kind of cloudy, overcast, snowy, cold, not the best for observing. So a couple of things that maybe we could do over the next couple of months is check out our telescopes. You can see I have one behind me there. If you have a telescope at home and you haven't seen it in a while, maybe you want to check it out, check it over, see if it needs any repairs, and get it all ready for the spring and the summer ahead. Make sure you're ready to go. Another thing that you might want to do is pick up a Sky and Telescope or an astronomy magazine. And these magazines are very good resources. There's a lot of information in these. They come out every month. If there's something important going on that particular month, it should be in here. You can learn all about it. Also, a star map is included in these magazines, so you can see what's up in the night sky, similar to what we do with our Star Talks. And you can see where the planets are as well. All right, well, let's get into our night sky. Get our planetarium program going here. And we're going to start with about 5 p.m. on January 9th. And I'm choosing January 9th because we have something to look at in our southwestern sky. So let's move around here a little bit to where the sun is about to go down. And we can see 3 planets, not just 2. We were talking about Jupiter and Saturn last month, but now we have Mercury joining us. Let's move ahead to about 5:30. The bad news is we still have a lot of sunlight and these planets are getting even lower in the sky. Make sure you don't have trees or buildings in the way to obstruct your view. Hopefully you can see these 3 planets. Mercury is usually very dim, but watch what happens as we go through the next couple of days or so. Keep an eye on these planets. Don't watch the clock. I'm going to move us ahead to January 10th. You can see a little triangle here starting to form, Jupiter, Saturn, and Mercury. If we move ahead to January 11th and then January 12th, you can see they almost form a straight line, Mercury, Jupiter, and Saturn. So check that out. Watch what happens though on the 13th. We have the moon joining us here. Now it is just a small crescent moon, so this might be kind of fun to watch, but beware, because when the moon is up in the night sky, as it gets brighter, as it goes through its phases, it tends to wash out the dimmer stars and the dimmer planets. And things get a little bit difficult to see. So most astronomers, when they go out, don't really want the moon in the night sky. If that's your target, then sure. But otherwise, we want as much light to be hidden away as possible. We don't want that light to wash out our objects in the night sky. Let's move ahead to about 8 p.m. Let's move to the north. We've been watching the Big Dipper every month, and you can see at about 8 p.m. it's standing on the tip of its handle, but the last star in the handle is very low on the horizon. Let's move ahead to 9 p.m. We can see it's fully above the horizon now. We can see those 7 stars in the Big Dipper. We can take the 2 stars on the end of the cup. This is our routine that we always do. Draw that straight line and find Polaris, our North Star, which is in the Little Dipper. Now Polaris is not a bad star. It's pretty easy to find. It's pretty bright. But let's check out the magnitude or the brightness. It says here 2.0. Keep that in mind. We're going to move to the southern sky where we see our winter circle. Remember, we can also call this the winter oval or the winter hexagon if we draw straight lines. And in this winter circle, we find the very bright star Sirius, or the dog star. Well, let's check out the magnitude or the brightness of Sirius. negative 1.44. Remember, the smaller the number, the brighter the object. So Sirius is a very bright star. Now, not too far from our winter circle, we can find the planet Mars and Uranus pretty close together. Now, Mars, you can see, of course, just by using your eyes. You don't need a telescope or binoculars. But Mars is getting dimmer. Remember, Mars was pretty close to us over the summer and into the fall, but now it's moving away from us in its orbit, so it is getting dimmer. But once you find it, you should be able to locate it. You will need a small telescope at least, but you might be able to find the planet Uranus. So you want to look for those two. Let's move over to the eastern sky or the southeastern sky a little bit here and go much later into the night. Here we are at midnight, past midnight, and into the early morning hours. We have one more planet about to rise, and there it is. So about 6:30, Venus comes up. Let's go ahead to 7 a.m. We can see Venus here. The bad news is, yes, that sunlight is starting to get brighter, and Venus is pretty close to it. Venus can be a very bright planet, though, so you might be able to spot it. And with that, we have our sunrise. And I hope you get a chance to see some of those winter stars. But if not, remember to pick up astronomy or sky and telescope, or work on your telescope this winter and get it ready for the summer. I hope you enjoyed our tour through the night sky. Thanks again for joining us here at the Yon Planetarium at Penn State Behrend.